Yeah, hi everyone. It's so lovely to see so many people out supporting young people and young people's voices. It is really important. So me and Imogen are the mentors for this project. We've been working on it for the last year. It's new, it's called Right Now, and like we said at the beginning, it's about developing young voices and writers.
Yeah, so we've been working on a series of workshops with these guys for the last year, looking at different styles and forms and techniques to improve their writing, and they have produced some awesome work, which you're about to hear now. But first, Polly and I are going to share a couple of poems. Yeah. This one is it's called For Home. I put my heart between your hands so that I can call them home. I'm safe here. Your fingers stand like walls around me, a shield for my weakness, a shelter for my affections. You are fireplaces and open doorways, warmth between the drafts, brickwork people with arms of gold. Hold me, like I am the breath you took from my lungs when I read between the lines on your palms and found my name. Let me grow at your fingertips. Let me live in the comfort of your promise. A nest for the dark days, a wing for the light ones. Keep me safe in fortress arms. I will share with you the full array of my life. You welcome me in all of my colours. Temper my doubt. Nurture my goals. Show me that home is nothing more than where our hearts go to dream.
So I wanted to stick with the theme of growing up and home as we're nurturing young voices. So this is called Changes. I come from changes, from places with sun and cities, places before cameras and before memories. I come from changes. I come from Dorset beaches, grey and windy, more cloud than sun, with sand speckle sandwiches, where sand was an essential ingredient. I come from heather commons, from red squirrels and pine needles beneath wellies, half-finished cans of 7-Up and Princess Castle cakes. I come from changes. I come from 3 houses in 2 years, lime plaster, stone walls and attics, broken heating, gloves to bed and firewood. I come from wrapping paper and 2-hour family, piles of books and no TV, from mice in the ceiling and love in the kitchen. I come from changes.
My poem is called The Raven. I watched a raven take flight, feathers glistening in blistering sunlight, wings cutting the screaming wings. As talons released their asphyxiating grasp, launching with all its might, the raven ascended from a perch in the barren branches of an ancient, dying oak tree. Standing courageously, fighting the onslaught of bleak winds, rotten appendages twist towards me. I stumbled back and attempted to run, but the endless sea of black mud encased the pale flesh of my legs. Falling, drowning, I stared at the black cryptid as it soared over me. Stalking above, the raven descends to pick at the exposed skin of my forehead. I watched, unable to move, mud locking my arms like dead, restless souls were preventing me from escaping. But the raven just flew over me, horrific talons drawing bloody streaks across skin, moving unnaturally against the battering winds it flew, high enough to resume circling over me, soaring, taunting. The malicious mud's glass released. Shocks of pain pulsed down my withered body as I rose warily to my feet, cape mud falling like ashes, spinning ghastly circles in the howling wind. I marched on, with the raven circling overhead.
This poem's called Phoenix. Flamed wings light up the sky. Fly left, fly right, glistening like ribboned fire. The moon is my guardian, the night my saviour. I travel from one to another, searching for another to be home. Light spreads in all directions, like a rose opening her petals. Stars, home. My latest star draws nearer. It's you. Grey eyes hold starlight, skin shimmering with the moon. the sun dulling in your presence. I follow promises of hope, I follow promises of you. Stars stretch into my carpet, which we walk along together. Dreams come true, I'm with you forever, but now you say it's over. I'm floating in darkness, slowly I'm falling from the dulled stars. I feel like I'm going across the line, searching for my star which is gone. A phoenix can't find a second star. I can't try anymore. A phoenix should rise from the ashes that you left, but I cannot. Blackened wings darken the sky. Fall left, fall right. Stars are nothing without you.
Saturday night, and it had gone dark. We could only see because of the glowing lights of the attractions. It was practically empty around us. Everyone else was crowded around the main stage, squished in like sardines, listening to that 80s band your parents like. We were running around with no real purpose, unable to keep the grins off our faces, even though our feet ached after standing all day. We found a helter-skelter, towering above us in its colourful glory, a gaudy red and gold castle for us to conquer. Then we were all fumbling in our pockets, scraping together the coins so we could all have a go. Round and round and round. The sound of that 80s band your parents like was our background music, our theme song, echoing around us. Round and round and round. I could feel the wind whipping my face, my hair blowing out behind me, dancing with the breeze. I was laughing, we were all laughing, even though nothing was actually funny. My chest leapt with giggles as we went rocketing down. It started to rain then, just a trickle at first. The gentle patters brushed my face, mingling with the tears of laughter, but soon a downpour was upon us. My t-shirt clung to my body, keeping me in a wet embrace. We were getting soaked. We didn't care. Once it became unbearable, we piled into the cafe, one after the other. It was a bus, an old red London bus, but they served tea, and tea was what we all needed. So we sat there, crowded round a table on the top deck, although there were far too many of us to fit, sipping our tea in the old red London bus, looking out at the rain. The heat of the tea on my lips filled me with warmth, a familiar taste, but a welcome one. This is the most British thing we've ever done, I remarked, and we all laughed. It was like we were unable to stop that evening. And for a minute the earth stood still, letting us have our moment.
In my 18-year-old naivety, people either say, grow up, or you don't understand. But here is what I understand. I understand the paleomagnetism of the Earth, which is the ancient magnetic field and how it has changed. I understand how Gatsby only ever threw his parties for the girl that he loved. I understand how the written words tell a story we may not be brave enough to speak aloud. You know what? I also understand how our fate rests in the hands of a selected few. I understand how a plane journey away, women are being branded murderers for a choice over their own bodies. I understand how the plastic in our oceans and the ever-growing warmth has become irreversible. But with my troublesome 18-year-old naivety of voting and drinking, I guess I appear to know nothing at all. Maybe it's time to grow up.
Not to be dramatic, but this feels like Hollywood. And in the true spirit of Hollywood, I am a surviving artist, slightly struggling. See, she's a padlocked cage of secrets, safeguarder of intimacy, and a creative. But with that title comes a burden, a yarn ball and infinite knots that you tried to just cut free once, ending up with frayed snakes of string that just tickle your fingers and chortle at your incompetence. To have a brain with so many loose ends. It builds character, as my mother would say, as my father would say, my grandparents, and every other motivational Facebook page, except not really. That's cliche, and honestly, I don't know my family all that well, but I feel like they were bred for a more human purpose than overused one-liners with a less than positive stigma. But she's a padlocked cage of secrets. In her soft white room, complete with enraged walls, she keeps a mirror by her bedside to watch the life she leads. Breathe inside the brains that perceive her. Who am I to you, stranger? Where did I put the space I used to enslave my heart, assigned to me at birth, that vessel that churns away at me while it beats and barks for my attention every now and again and again and again? An indignant lover, but still. My one companion in my consciousness, in responsibility despite how hard the anxiety-riddled stomach below my chest tries to vocalize her opinions. It's just me and me in here. See, my movie would be kaleidoscopic, dazzling in its complexity, oozing the essence of forgotten gods and glazed with a sour fragility when all those secrets leave my lips alone.
Okay, is this working? Yeah, that's the Right Now group, everyone. Thank you so much. If you could just share your names with everyone before we...
I'm Cameron.
I'm Claire.
I'm Emily.
I'm Megan.
I'm Adriana.